to another episode of Dab Sports. I know we're getting to y'all a little late, but we still here. Took a little bit, people be busy, but we here. I got a text today. Where the pod at? I was like, it's coming. Just give us time. Give us
That's
time.
what's
Y'all
up.
still get one this week.
That's what's up.
Um, you know, the biggest news is of the week. We one subscriber away on YouTube from a hundo. We won. We just
Oh
won.
man, I thought we had hit a hundo. Did we lose somebody?
Nah, nah.
Oh,
We
okay.
must have. So
That's
somebody
what's up.
must have ran away, changed their mind, you
No
know.
doubt. Nah,
So,
we there. We close. You know what I'm saying?
hey man, so
Continue to
y'all
grow.
continue to share, watch, you know. I'm pretty sure we're gonna eclipse it this week because
For sure.
everybody gonna like, comment this episode. So it's gonna go. It's gonna go.
No question.
Yeah. And then next it comes 1,000. And I hear when you hit 1,000, that's when YouTube start paying.
Oh,
So
we need that. We need that coin.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So, uh, with that being said, man, like, I don't know about your phone, but my phone been going crazy about this Saints game. Um, we lost. Uh, so I don't know if you want to go first. You want me to go first?
Man, I'll go, man. It was damn. I felt like we had the game, bro. Like the game was, we were playing it just like we wanted to. It was kind of laying out, like I would say, even in your mind, like up until the start of the fourth quarter, even with the penalties that we had, like kind of shot ourselves in the foot because some of their drives, were only able to sustain off of like penalties, whether it be a false start or a holding call by us. So. I felt like overall, even though we didn't get our run game established like we really wanted to, another game less than 100 against them. I felt like Bryce played an efficient game. He didn't really go crazy. Remember, when we were talking about it, you were like, I don't see any way Bryce plays a great game or a good game. And I was my only rebuttal to that was I kind of agreed because I didn't see him having to throw for 300 to try to beat this team anyway. I didn't think that was going to be the way to try to beat this team. So he had to make a couple. He did have a few passes that I know he wanted to have back. The one I'm thinking about off the top of my head is that pass to T Mac to try to get into the end zone, and he kind of threw him a little bit behind him. But it was still a good pass. But he just, I bet you he wanted that one in a different spot. But this game, bro, came down to that possession that we had. We had the ball towards the end of the third quarter, but the start of that fourth quarter, where we marched the ball all the way to past their 40, and then we had that one decision. I was actually watching the game with somebody, and I was just like, when Bryce came up short on that 3rd and 3, by like a hair, and I was like, well, I mean, if we don't get this challenge, we kick the field goal, right? Because at that point we was up 17-10. I was like, they've only scored 10 points up to this point. The defense is playing good. Like, if we make it a 10-point game, I mean, at that point, it's a possession game. You know what I'm saying? Another field goal might get us up out of here. The fact that we did not get any points out of that drive, um, I just at that point in time, I was just like, man, this is gonna be tough. We followed that up by two terrible defensive possessions, and where we just kind of let Tyler just pick us apart down the field, not even dinking and dunking. I'm looking at this one play. I mean, the possession right after that, right after that, I think we got a 3-and-out, but we at the same time we punted right after that, and then they had a 7-play drive where, I mean, bro, these are consecutive plays that I wrote down. 11-yard pass by Tyler, 17-yard pass to Olave, 18-yard pass to Olave, 16-yard pass to Olave. Those are consecutive plays, and I'm just like, damn, bro, y'all waited all the way to the fourth quarter to just unravel like this. I mean, I put that on the defense, just kind of letting go of the rope a little bit. So that was kind of my overall take of the game.
Yeah. I mean, I actually don't have that many thoughts on the game, um, which is probably a stunner. But the first thought is our Coker and Savior. It's good. It's still good to see him healthy.
For sure.
Um, him being back fully healthy, do kind of create a question of like, so who the number one? Um, but I still think they're gonna treat T Mac as number one just because of the draft capital it's spent on him. But
For sure.
it definitely felt good to see Coker. Um, I think the Saints might have their quarterback. I'm not saying he's a world beater, but I I I think that for the team we went against, the run game was okay. I would love to see Rico and Chuba have a good game together. Like it's one or the other. It's like if one kind of going, the other one ain't. And I don't think neither one of them really got going. So honestly, it was probably more of they both had a okay, somewhat subpar game. Um, Rico was 3.1 average and Chuba was 3.6. Neither one was great. Actually, Bryce tied for the lead with rushing with 49 um yards, 7 yards a carry. Um, but with that being said, just kind of going on Bryce, I think he had a couple balls like you said, it was truly poorly placed. Even I think both of those T-Mac incompletions were poorly placed balls. Even the Leggett catch where it turned into like he was catching a punt where he kind of had to fall to the ground and get up under it to catch it. I That's kind of about what I expected. I probably expected him to play like a one. He played like a 3.54 to me, so I guess
Mhm.
it was a little better than expected. But um, I, I mean, if you don't want to blame him, cool. If you do blame him, I mean, I kind of blame him because that's just, if you're going to be a franchise quarterback, these are the games you need to come make a moment. These are the games you need to have your moment if you're truly a franchise quarterback. And I don't think he's that, but we didn't get that. And then just the defense had some costly penalties. Like you, if your quarterback is limited, like you can't, some of those penalties that get them first downs, you just can't have. The ransom, sliding, penalty that just put him in field goal. Like he's a rookie, so, cut him a little bill, but at the same time, like you still can't do that.
Right.
Matter of fact, the rookie shit go out the window. Like, he's been playing football long enough to know when the quarterback is sliding. Like you just got to you cannot do that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
so,
Derrick Brown's wasn't as egregious. I felt because I felt like I'm like, yo, he's 300 pounds, bro. Once he starts falling to the ground, it's kind of hard for him to just kind of like angle his body. Ransom, I felt like had enough time to pull up. So yeah, I'm with you on that one.
yeah. Well, honestly, I probably disagree with you a little bit. I probably would blame Derek Brown more for his. If you just want penalty, I would still say Derek Brown's like Derek Brown is a vet. Like he's been hitting quarterbacks a very long time. Like so he kind of knows. The ransom one is still gonna be worse because when it happened, time and score like that happened. If that play happened in the first quarter, we really
Mhm.
would just chalk it up to young player. Come on, bro, you gotta do better. But because
Yeah,
when it happened and how pivotal it was, like, of course, it's worse just because of time and score and
yeah,
situation. But with that being said, man, like if you have to put up more than 17 points against the Saints. Like the Saints give up 20 plus on a regular. Like their defense has some names on it. Don't get it twisted, but it ain't like no some elite defense. Like you have to put up more than 17 points against the Saints. And yeah, 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 I just think the offense let them down. The defense could have played a little better, but at the same time, you still only gave up 20. And through the first three
they gave
quarters, you only gave up 10.
yeah, but
So
they gave. I get what you're saying, but it's kind of tomato tomato when you if you say like the offense could have played better, the defense definitely could have played better as well. We when the offense took got off the field in the fourth quarter, we were up 17-10. For them to allow double the points in less than 12 minutes, and I just ran. I mean, they gave two it's the two drives at the end of the game. You can't play. You have to play your best football at that point in time. So I understand you saying. Well, I don't understand you saying the Saints might have found their quarterback. Tyler has literally won 2 games. What is he? Won 2 or 3 games as a quarterback, and 2 of them against us. So I guess that's what's making you feel that way. But they both threw the ball at 10 yards a clip. They both threw one TD. Tyler took more sacks. So I guess maybe you're saying that the defense was that he went up against was tougher, but Bryce outrushed them. The only if you though if our defense had played stout on those last 2 drives, that's 140 yards out of the 270 that he got within the last 2 possessions. And Bryce was at that like Bryce got the ball taken out of his hands on that fourth and short play, and our offensive line let us down once again by not allowing us to run the ball for anything. 3.1 and 3.6 yards a clip. So I hear what you're saying, but I for one, I don't know. To me, you saying that they found their quarterback in Tyler Shook, where he's the only evidence for that is a couple games against the Panthers, and he didn't really shine in this game. I feel like the Panthers more let it. Maybe that's just me hating on Tyler, but when you have 150 yards up until the last quarter, and then the Panthers just let you just. I mean, I just read out the 7 play drive. I mean, 11-yard play, 17-yard play, 18-yard play, 16-yard play. It was just almost like our defense just fell in shambles. Olave had like 15 yards up until that point, and then we let him get 90% of his total in the last 2 drives. So I don't know. Like you can't blame one side of the ball. We are a true complementary team. Like if our offense is playing poorly, it puts a lot of stress on our defense. But on this game, I feel like both sides of the ball hold an equal amount of sharedness. I mean, yeah, I'm with you. We should have scored more than 17 points against them, but I mean, bro, to me that fourth quarter decision that we had when we were on the 37 and not get any points, man, it's one of them ones where I don't even want to really truly blame the coach, because if it works, we're happy about it, and we probably go down to score because we were moving the ball easily on that drive. But the fact that we got stopped, it makes it look a lot worse. So, yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, you know, not to beat a dead horse. If you listen to this pod, like you already know, if we're favored, he's going to lose, which he did. The second thing is, I get what you're saying about like the defense in the last quarter or whatnot, but the Saints defense. Let's talk about the Saints defense. Saints defense give up 24 points a game. I just looked it up. In 2 games, Bryce Young combined to score 24 points. Like he scored 7 in the first and 17 in the yeah 17 in the second. So that's, if my math is correct, which I get paid to count, that's 24 points. So you did in 2 games what a defense normally does in the first. So yeah, I can't like, come on, if you that guy, nah, you gotta win out. Sorry, like you gotta put up more than 17 points. You gotta, on that touchdown at the end of the half, like you gotta throw a better ball on the incompletion to T Mac in the fourth. Like you just gotta, nah. If you the guy, be the guy. This ain't. That's a rookie who's putting together that drive. All of Bryce moments for his extended drives was all feet, which is cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. Like, don't get it wrong. Dual quarterback is needed in this NFL, but still,
Mm.
sometimes you got to be able to stand back there and let that thing go.
Well, he's
And
done that,
we
bro.
didn't.
He's done that.
Yeah,
You,
yeah, yeah. When he's not a favorite and nobody expects him to win, these are
well,
the games. This is
what
why
I'm
I
saying,
don't believe in him being a quarterback, because it's these games. You're the
yeah.
favorite. He has
Yeah.
he
No,
has
I get
won
that. No,
zero
I
games as
can't.
the favorite.
I
So
didn't.
he
I'm
gotta
just
let it
talking about.
go. Like, these are the
No,
games.
I
Yeah.
get that. I get that.
You
I
good.
agree with you on that part for sure. I was talking about in terms of like just the play on the field. What makes you feel like Tyler Shuck is the guy? Like, is it just because he's beat the Panthers twice and you've seen enough in those
Oh
two
no.
games?
Oh no, no. The reason why, so the reason why I said they may have found a guy. I'm not saying they definitely. I'm just saying, these past 4 or 5 games he started,
Hmm.
he's just shown, like, he's shown prototypical quarterback, and this could just be a size thing. Where
Yeah.
when you're seeing the two quarterback size on, you see big quarterback, big arm,
Yeah.
um, like just prototypical quarterback. So maybe it's that maybe that's what I'm basing it off of. Like, he looks like a prototypical quarterback. He's shown moments in these past few games, 4 or 5 games. Like, I would say his first 4 or 5 games, he showed way more than Bryce did in his first 4 or 5 games. So I'm
I mean,
also
he's
maybe comparing
three
it
years
to
older
that.
than him,
If
I think. I think he's 3 years older
yeah,
than him. I think, you know what I'm saying? So
it
I
might be
get
three
that.
feet taller
He's
too.
probably,
So
yeah, he's probably more ready. I mean, I guess he might be more ready. I just trying to figure out what you meant when you said that. But respect. I still, like I said, I can't even. We agree on the fact that the offense let the ball, drop the ball in this game. I just, like I said, for me, when you look at it and I see we're a top running, predominantly running team. Our passing, we already know what our formula is for winning. So at this point, that's like kind of that'd be like sitting there if we, the Lakers, if I'm getting mad at us for like because we don't have good defense. Like that's the Lakers at this point. Our team is not a passing team. We've done it, but we're not a passing team. And the when we're going against a you know as well as anybody, when you're going against a division rival, all that people score this amount of points on somebody, this team is way better than that. It goes out the window. You know, Duke UNC, it goes out the window. It's a rivalry game. So I'm not really caught up in everybody scores 24 on them. Everybody knew going into this game it was going to be a tight game. I don't even think you had predicted us to drop 24. And if you did, I'm pretty sure both of us had it within 3 points because I feel like I did. I think I might have had it a touchdown game, 24-17 is what I thought we were going to win, which we were on our way to doing that when it was up 17-10. And I think you predicted 24-21, maybe to go their way. So
I I I I believe I had 21-18. I
21-18. I think that
21-18.
might be right. Yeah,
Yeah,
I just remember it
yeah.
was a field goal game. But like I said, when I look at it and I see these type of in the on the game winning possession, I named out the 7 plays on the 78-yard drive on the game winning possession. 19-yard pass, 9-yard pass, 15-yard pass, 4-yard run with the penalty. That put them in the field goal range. That's just a terrible breakdown by our defense at the end of the game. When you got a team like that dead to rights and it's 17-10, and you just allow 10 points like that. I mean, like I said, the Panthers tried to do their part, but another part of that you're not talking about is that the fact that New Orleans kind of played ball control on us again. So we didn't even have a lot of opportunities at this game. When you look at the fact that Rico and Chuba together got 24 carries and we threw the ball 24 times, that was a the mix that they wanted, I guess, but we just didn't. I think at one point in time they kept us off the field for like 11 clock minutes. So I don't know. It was a lot of things, but like I said, I once again I can't. I do agree with you that the offense let us down in this game. I just think that the defense shares a lot of culpability as well.
Yeah, I mean, 0 points in the fourth. They only had the ball 3 more minutes than we did. It was 31 to 20, 28 minutes. Um, but yeah, um, yeah. For me, it was just confirming everything I thought going into the game. So I don't really have like this big, oh my goodness. It's like, nah, this what he do.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't think this recap was gonna call for that anyway. It wasn't like he had a
yeah,
crazy ass game, a four interception or four. It didn't go. It wasn't either extreme. It was a typical Bryce game, 163 yards. You know what I'm saying? A little less than 200. He didn't have any interceptions today. He minimized the amount of sacks. We just couldn't get the run game going. And once again, in the last game, it was interesting because in the last game they dared us to try to make throws outside the numbers. In this game, I felt like Bryce was being pretty efficient. It was a couple passes that we talked about that he missed on. But for the most part, I felt like he had played like if we had scored on that last drive, bro, I really think that we probably would have won that game. If we had even just took a field goal out of it and made it 20-10, I mean, you got to think about it. They didn't score their 20th, their last field goal until the very end. And without that daggone, their kicker is good now. I don't get it twisted, but without that last penalty at the end to attack on 15, that 15-yard penalty made it like a 47-yarder. You know what I'm saying? So if we hadn't even got that penalty at the end, who knows what it would have went to. But, I feel like that one possession at the start of the fourth quarter, that was a turning point of the game for me. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, coming up this week, we got the Bucks. The Bucks are favorite, so there's a chance. Um,
grab my
they're
notes.
3 point favorites. Yeah, they're favored by three. So, transitioning on to next week, uh, the Bucks has done dropped a few. They lost to the Saints. They lost to the Falcons recently. They trying to figure it out. Uh, I mean, I'll go and tell you my thoughts on this one. Um, I think Bryce is going to have a decent game for Bryce. He's going to probably throw for about 250, 2 touchdowns and probably a pick. Um, I believe the Bucks win out. I I got it 24-21, pretty much what you picked for the last game. I got about 24-21. I think the Bucks um pull it out because Baker tends to play better when his back is against the wall. So I think he has a big game. I mean, seeing what him and what Shucks and Olave is able to do in the fourth, I'm pretty sure Baker had to be like, oh, okay, because I'm pretty sure they watched that game with them playing on Thursday, so they was locked in
Yeah,
to see, if they were still fighting for the 1 seed. So, yeah, I got the Bucks pulling it out 24-21. Bryce having a good Bryce game, probably about 2 touchdowns. Maybe he give one up. And I think Mike Jack has a bad game. I don't know why, but I just feel like we got a Mike Jack. We got a
yeah.
Mike Jack bad night on the way.
Mike Evans be
Um,
killing us.
yeah,
Yeah. So whoever, I think JC and Mike will probably both be getting a chance to guard him, and I'm with you. He probably won't torch JC as much, but yeah, they that corner that they got on the Buccaneers. Like they say he's like pretty good. So I guess Mike Evans goes against him often. You know what I'm saying? They say he gives him good work. So we'll see what happens with that matchup. I kind of have it similar. To be honest, bro, I feel like this game can go either way. I really feel like it depends on the how we set the tone in the beginning of the game. I'm not going chicken out and not give my prediction. I feel like we'll probably win this game 27-24. I think we are going to be able to put some points in them because we're not going to be able to run the ball well. I think this is strength against strength. We have, think like a top 15 rushing offense, and they have a top 10 rushing defense, but they're probably bottom of the league, bottom five in passing allowed. So, I think Bryce will. I'm with you. He's probably going to be able to move the ball in them. I don't think he's going to have like a crazy game. I think that once again, coach is only going to allow him to throw the ball maybe 25 to 30 times, if that. You know what I mean? And we're going to try to play a ball control game. And because as good as sometimes our offense is flowing, we still, are susceptible to allowing a team to score on us pretty quickly as well. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a tight game. I think that if the way we saw them lose to the Falcons, where they had like Kirk Cousins was completing long passes, they converted that 3rd and 28. I feel like if we are in a close game and we have the ball at the end, I feel like we're gonna be able to make enough plays to seal it. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. All I was saying was I think it is gonna be a tightly contested game, another division game. But this team, the way that the last game I watched obviously was the Falcons game. I think that was their last game, but they basically were able to they allowed Kirk Cousins to get down the field at the end of the game at will. That 3rd and 28 that they converted, I just feel like their passing attack or their passing defense is bottom three for a reason. So I do believe that Bryce will probably have maybe 200 yards, something like that. If it comes down to a possession at the end of the game where we have a chance to either take the lead or tie it, well, I say if we have a chance to take the lead, like say it's 23-20 and we get the last possession, I feel like we're gonna win that game. The Buccaneers have shown me no reason to believe over the past 3 or 4 weeks that their defense is going to be able to clamp down and stop us from scoring on that way. So it just depends on, obviously Baker's the better quarterback. That's not even a question, but it's going to come down to which quarterback makes the most plays down in the fourth quarter. So I think it's going to be a pretty close game.
yeah, yeah. Like I said, I got 24-21. What you say your score is?
I'm gonna have it 24-21, but I'm gonna flip. Actually, no, I'm thinking we're gonna win 27-24. 27-24.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so you
Yeah.
got us winning. I got us losing. Our scores are brought to you by King's Draft. We said it backwards, so maybe they'll tag you like, hey, we're gonna sue draft.
Okay.
Nah. But with that being said, man, speaking of odds, it's some crazy odds on a big event Friday night. Um, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. Man, I, it's only two ways to view this fight. There's only two options. Either one is scripted, and I saw even Deontay Wilder is like, hey, he thinks it's scripted. One is scripted, and Jake Paul comes out alive, or even it's kind of how Floyd did with Connor, where he kind of, allowed him to stay in the fight for a few rounds before, he finished it. Or it's a real fight, and man, people die in boxing. People die in boxing. I saw a stat where 9 to 10 boxers die every year. So it's either
Yeah.
or. It's fake
Yeah.
or this man gonna get hurt. Cause we
Well,
saw what he did to Francis.
It's fake, bro. I mean, look, he's a real boxer. You know what I'm saying? And I think that like you can't control your muscle memory. If he dodges a punch and his reaction is to counter, I think he's gonna do that. I think where a boxer can control himself is the amount of power he hits a person with. So Jake is gonna get touched up a little bit. I'm pretty sure he knows that Jake can't really throw much that's gonna be able to hurt him. You know what I'm saying? He's taking punches from heavyweight guys before and been able to go through a 10-12 round fight. So there's no punch that Jake is going to be able to throw that he's not. Have you seen the size difference in the two
Yeah,
dudes?
it's
So
crazy. Yeah,
I'm with you. It is fake though. Like there's no way that I mean Nick Wright was just talking about this today. He's got hundreds of millions of dollars pending with the Saudis, for upcoming fights. So if he loses this, they're not going to invest all that money into him. He's not a true prize fighter. That means you're washed. So he's not going to allow that to happen. This is a payday for both of them. I feel like the agreement is, hey, look, we can box for real. You're allowed to hit Jake. Jake is going to hit you. Just try to make the fight go as long as possible. And he knows what that means. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, I wouldn't put no money into this. I damn sure don't even know if I'm gonna watch it. I mean, the fact that it's on Netflix means I might turn it on, but I don't know.
yeah. I know Eddie Hearn, his promoter, who probably is right now the top boxing promoter, is swerving down. There's no clause or anything that he got to take it easy.
Of
Anthony
course, he's
Joshua
gonna say
recently
that.
came out. He trying to kill him. He want a body, and I
They
know
trying to set a fight.
Tyson. Yeah. Tyson Fury was like calling him a clown. You trying to kill this man. What in the world? You 37, fight me. So, um, I know Tyson Fury gonna beat Jake. I mean, Jake gonna beat him. Um, yeah.
They're all in on it, man. They're all in on
The
it,
only
bro.
reason why,
Go ahead.
the only thing that gives me pause that it's gonna be scripted is if it is scripted, Anthony Joshua is not skilled enough to hide it. Like he's already more of a athletic fighter than a pure fighter. Like his thing is like how great of an athlete he is. So that's how he lost to like Louise, somebody who's a pure boxer hands. Like he is more of an athletic specimen than I think of like just a pure natural boxer. So I don't see him having the ability to fake it. And if he fakes it, bro, I think that's gonna hurt him. Like I really do think it's gonna hurt him, and I think it's gonna be uh enough people to where to mess up like his boxing license because we see um not trying to go political, but Trump will use anything to distract. Like he will go after sports teams or whatnot and let this thing look fake. And you think Trump won't use this as an opportunity to go after somebody for his, especially all the better fraud that we're seeing with the NBA. We just saw it in UFC, bro. I think it may be fake, but they better sell it great because I think it'd be a massive mistake
Yeah,
legally, you know, because
I think
they're
you're.
allowing people to bet.
Yeah, I think you're underselling Anthony Joshua's skill. Like I feel like there's obviously tiers to it, as you know. You know what I'm saying? We talk fighting all the time, but like you got dudes who like Deontay Wilder. He's what you described, where it's like he's just pure athlete. He's only in there because he's an athlete. He's got a nucleus. He's got strength behind it. Then I think there's a tier, clearly a few tiers above that, where you got an Anthony Joshua who's the same size, but actually does have boxing technique. I mean, he's an Olympic champion. You know what I'm saying? So, and I get that at that age, you can still kind of power your way through some stuff. But then I think you have another level where you have like the Tyson Furies. Uh, I can't. What's the Hispanic guy that you had just mentioned that he lost to?
Andy Louise.
Andy, yeah, he you got dudes like him, and look at both of those dudes. They're not. Tyson has a lot of size, but he's not like a physical freak where he has like a whole bunch of speed. Obviously, Luis is shorter and like a lot more stout. So I feel like they have to work on that technical aspect of their game to make up for it. And so from there, you do see that those dudes are just better boxers, better pure boxers. But Anthony Joshua, bro, like you know, he definitely has some boxing skills. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he has enough skill to fake the funk. Like if he wants to let this go 10 rounds, dominate the fight for the most part, but just like kind of jab away at the dude, not hit him with all the main power. show a little bit but not show a lot. I mean, I think he can definitely do that, bro. I mean, you're talking about Jake
So
Paul, who's been in the sport for 5 years.
yeah,
So
so like what one he Anthony Joshua do tend to lose the pure boxers, but like if this was Usyk, like I just think Usyk could sell a little better. Like even going back to the Floyd Connor, like Floyd is such a pure boxer where he can just you know make it look like he's taking shots, but he really not. So it's looking like Connor is in the fight in a
that makes
way
it
that
look
I
more fake.
no,
Cause you
bro,
know
a
he
lot.
wouldn't get touched for real, for real. Like if Floyd was really fighting, he wouldn't even let that dude touch him. The fact that
So
Connor is able
But
to
you,
get punches,
but you say that a lot of people came out of that going, Connor was whooping Floyd like
mm.
until he got tired. Like, bro, that is a
But I'm
common.
saying that was like the first, when you think about where all this originated from, that was like one of the first of its kind, right? Like Jake wasn't really big at that point. Like if I think at
Yeah,
that point he might have been fighting Nate Robinson or some dudes like that. But I really think when those fights started happening, we started merging like the two. That's when these dudes started getting ideas for it. So I get what you're saying, but that's because it was the first of its time. You know what I mean? Like when you really look at, like I'm with you because I was gonna throw Mike Tyson is so great. I didn't want him to put him in the category, but he was more of a dude who didn't have to work on as much technique because he has so much brute strength. He just had to get a clean punch off on you, right? So he had to work on a lot of hand movements and deception to try to get you off balance so he can land that punch. So I feel you when and what it obviously he was old, but when we saw him fight Jake, it did not look like Tyson. We were just like, oh, he's clearly like not. We were talking about it. It's like him biting his glove and stuff. He's clearly holding back. It doesn't even look like they clearly agreed on something. You know what I'm saying? Or Tyson was just
but
like, I don't know. Go ahead.
but even with the Tyson, like there's still a little bit of okay, maybe it was age. Like it's enough people saying it could be age
Yeah.
where okay, you know, Anthony Joshua ain't gonna, there is gonna be no it could be like. There
Mm,
is no it could be. If he go out there and let Jake Paul, and because we saw what he just did to a non-boxer and Francis Ngannou. Like, knocked him down multiple times and then knocked him clean flat out of boxing. Not just out. Like he went back to the PFL and now he trying to get he calling out John Jones for the white card, the White
mm,
House card with UFC. He trying to go back to UFC. That's how
yeah.
hard Anthony Joshua knocked him out. So if you do that to Francis, who went 10 rounds with Tyson Fury, who I just don't think took him serious, but still, he still, went the full distance. Like you can't,
I just think
he
of
has to knock him out
I
and
I
early.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm with you, but I just feel like it's one of them situations where watch, if this fight goes, it's not going to be a 3, 4, 5 round fight, which if it was not fake, it clearly would be that because he's got the size advantage on him. He's an Olympic champion. He would knock this dude out easily. If they told him, like, yo, you're not going to get paid unless you knock this dude out in the first 4 rounds, it would be done, right? We can agree on that. But the fact that it's gonna go 8 rounds, it's gonna go maybe the distance. It's gonna look like they want to leave it up to the point where it's kind of like, yo, Jake had a fighting chance. It wasn't just a slaughter because if it looks like how we're saying where it should look, what everybody expecting, people gonna stop watching after the first 3 rounds. Like if Jake can't really get no hits off, we could tell he's not hurting them, and then what's his name is just kind of playing with his food. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not nobody's gonna sit back and watch that. So I think that they're gonna have to try to sell the fight. It's an exhibition. So stuff was agreed on. I don't give a damn what their promoter said. It's an exhibition. It's not going on either of their real records. If Jake even has a real record. So I'm not a believer, bro. Like they're not gonna get me no more. Ever since I've seen the Tyson joint, they're just not getting me no more, dog. That's it. I refuse.
Hey man. Well, if you're not gonna watch that fight, there's another game. There's a big playoff game that Friday. The Panthers are fighting for the playoffs, but the playoffs are starting in college. And that Friday night, which I can't believe they're making a Friday night game, is the Oklahoma Alabama. Um, Alabama is a 1.5 point favorite. Hold on, before we even get to that, ESPN coach. And I'm gonna tell you why they coach.
Well,
So, TNT lost the NBA. So, and they were suing NBA, ESPN. ESPN was like, oh, relax. We'll give you some college football games. They got two college football games. Which ones they get? They got the Madison game and the Tulane game. They didn't get the Miami Texas
Of
A&M
course not.
game.
Yeah, of course not.
Like it seems like we need some ducks. You got any
Yeah,
ducks right here?
nobody's gonna watch them
Like
joints, bro.
so when I saw that shit, this made me laugh. Like okay,
That's petty, petty,
but
petty.
what? But with that being said, man, number 9 Alabama versus number 8 Oklahoma. Um, being honest, I'm kind of going brand name right here, Alabama. I trust them in these moments. Granted, it ain't Nick Saban, but I still like the coach Dubois. So I'm still going
You just
Alabama.
call him Dubois?
Um,
That French is
not Dubois.
DeBoer.
Yeah, Dubois.
He made him
I see.
French out this motherfucker.
Bro, we were just talking about boxing with all them international niggas. Dubois, nigga. Dubois. Hey,
Yo, that was hilarious, bro.
hey, he lose to Alabama. He gonna want to go to Paris,
Hey,
especially to
that's
Oklahoma.
but that's like the reverse though. Like that's reverse discrimination. That's like Aaron. You know what I'm saying? It's like trying to add a little something extra to the dude's name. Nah, but
Hey
I'm
man,
with you. So
Dubois.
you got Alabama winning?
Yeah, I got Alabama.
Man, this one is in Norman, Oklahoma, man. I don't know. It's gonna be close. This is not like the old Alabama where you're just like, okay, Alabama's in there, they gonna win. So I don't know, bro. I've seen a lot of smart people pick Oklahoma, which would effectively end Alabama's season. I know Michigan is hoping that happens because I heard Klatt talking about it today. If they get if they lose, then DeBoer is gonna be Michigan's top target for next season.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean we're gonna see. It's gonna be. I'm definitely gonna be tuned in, but I'm gonna pick Oklahoma for this one. I might put a few shekels on them too.
We got number 10 Miami versus number 7 Texas A&M. I'm going with Texas A&M. They 3.5 point favorites. I'm always gonna go SEC, especially versus like the ACC anyway, where there's just still somewhat I think a difference in size. It ain't what it was, but I'm gonna go with Texas A&M to win it convincingly. They both beat Notre Dame, which is why Notre Dame is out. But I got them winning by 10. 35, 20, 25.
Bet. I don't have like a real good score on it, but I am gonna go with Miami. I just think Carson Beck, this is his swan song. He's trying to get into the league. He's gonna be playing some of his best football during this stretch. And I listened to a lot of the playmaker talk about Miami. He sounds like he sold me on him, so I think they're gonna get it done.
Yep. So those we got the James Madison game and the Oregon game and the Tulane Ole Miss. Both of them are massive double-digit favorites. I got both of them winning and covering. It's crazy how they got the playoffs. They shouldn't be in there, but your raggedy school. Uh, so we lost Adam. Um, but I was about to say was his raggedy school Duke made it to the ACC championship game. So with that being said, man, we appreciate y'all for watching. Keep watching, like, comment, subscribe, share the link, send the whole link. Uh, we about to crack 100. Keep going so we can go to crack this 1,000. So Adam can get a new phone and new internet because he need it. But keep rocking with us. Um, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. We appreciate everybody. Happy holidays. We may or may not come back before Christmas. If we do, please, hit the ring-a-ding-ling bell on YouTube so you get notified. Check us out on Instagram. Uh, but with that being said, happy holidays to you. Merry Christmas if you celebrate that. Happy Hanukkah if you rock with that. Kwanzaa, what's up? Y'all see the skin tone. And Happy New Year's if y'all don't hear from us before then.